This is incredible. Look at it. Awesome. Look inside. Yeah. Woo! Suck all you ghosts in the fucking trap! Yeah! What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Audience. Fears. How art is thou? Thouest is doing glorious in thy own kingdom. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing bloody fantastic. I got my trash and my tar man on today. That's right. Check it out. Look at this shirt. Look at this. Oh, yeah. I got this at Atomic Horror. So if you want this shirt, go to atomichorror.com and you'll get it. Anyway, what up? What up? What up? What up? I hope you guys are great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Coffee first. Right over here. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. That's a good cup of coffee. All right. Anyway, work was good last night. We had 37,000. Today was very productive. I got everything that I need for my family to come. I got junk food for them. I bought some soda for them, you know. I bought just a whole bunch, extra soap, extra shampoo, everything that they'll need to be comfortable here. I got rid of some stuff and took it to Goodwill. I got a nerd haul over here, so all in all, it was a pretty productive day, my friends. Pretty productive day. All right, let's go ahead and open up the chat. Bada bing, bada boom. And, oh, well, first of all, I'm going to tell Lantern that I'm live. So, because he's probably napping away. So let me, or, you know, he could be watching. I don't know. Let me call him and make sure. Let him know. And I'll let everybody know in the Discord that I'm live. So, yeah. So, So, yeah. Oh, everybody was wondering if I was being for real. I wrote in the Discord, going live soon, so come and hang out. Yeah, dude. And then Lantern wrote, hell yeah, dude, bung. And then Bukegi says, Lantern knows how to tongue to the bung. And then Pretend Stories says, is this one of those 2-hour soons? I don't like those. And then Vision says, reminds me of all those times someone would have told me in the community that they're going live soon, but wouldn't start for like 4 or 6 hours. I only did that a couple of times, you know. I only did that a couple of times. Normally when I say I'm going live, I'm live. So yeah, I am live right now. I only did that a few times. Not too many. Not too many. Anyway. All right, well, let me call Lantern. Let's see if Lantern's awake. But seriously, I've only done that a couple of times. Normally when I say I go live, you know. Oh, is Lantern asleep? I think Lantern's asleep. Yo! Lantern.
Yep.
I'm live, buddy.
Okay.
So, let everybody know in the Discord. Are you already in the chat?
Not yet, but visit me.
Okay, we'll drop the link in the Discord, and I'll see you soon. Lantern, how was your day?
Good. How's your day?
My day was awesome, but busy, buddy. I've been editing. And then I got rid of a bunch of clothes and shit that I didn't need, and took it to Goodwill. And then I got a nerd haul, and then I got a bunch of food for whenever my family comes. So I'm ready. So I'm gonna let everybody know when my vacation officially starts, because I took off some time, you know, for my family. You know, so yeah. So let everybody know that I'm live.
Okay, I'm in the chat now.
All right. Damn. Pew.
Pew.
Hey, Lantern. Guess what? Guess what?
What?
All right, buddy. I'll see you soon, Chunk. Lantern. That's great. Let's see. Pretensor says, I like when the video is behind the typing. It's like going back in time and living it all over again. But see, here's the thing. I didn't make you guys wait that long. So in the Discord, I wrote at 7:44 that I'm going live soon, and now it's 8:45. That's not too long of a wait. So yeah. So. And then Visions just asked, I am live right now, buddy. Come and hang out. So, I didn't make you guys wait that long. Anyway, let's open up the chat. So, not too long of a wait. All right, there we are. Now that everybody knows that I'm live, there we are. Let me open up the chat. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see here. And I'm opening up the live. There we are. There it is. All right, there we are. Yo! What's up, everybody? What's up, dudes? Yeah, dudes. What's up, y'all? What's up? See, I did not make everybody wait that long, you know? I didn't make everybody. It's not like I made you guys wait like 9 hours, you know what I'm saying? And Visions, I only did that a couple of times. And usually when that happened, I thought I was going to go live, and then something came up unexpectedly, and I was like, oh shit, I got to take care of this, and then I'll go live. But I had nothing to do tonight. I was like, all right, I'll eat dinner. So at 7:44, I said, hey, I'm going to go live soon. I didn't tell you guys I was going to eat dinner. I ate dinner, I took a shower, and I just got out of the shower. I put on some clean clothes, and bada bing, bada boom. So normally 11 times out of 12, if I say I'm going to go live, I go live. But anyway, big shout out to everybody. Yo, David, what's up? He says, yo, nice. Just don't get slimed. He slimed me. See, I wouldn't get slimed, David, because Slimer is right in here. I'm outside the trap, and Slimer's right inside here. Right inside there. So, yeah. Have you been to Windu Comics and Collectibles? No, but I'm going to look it up here in a few seconds, because I've never been there, David, and I'm curious what it is. Lanham says, yo, Fears. Howdy, David. Shout out to David. Vision says, yo, Fears, let's party. Yes, let's party. But before we party, coffee first. In my no sleep mug. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Let's see. Very important question. Chad, Lord Lantern, did you take your angry pills? And then he says, howdy, Visions. All right now, Visions. Well, howdy, Visions. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Howdy, 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 howdy. All right, let me look up this place, Windu Comics and Collectibles, because I've never heard of it, Dave. But let me look it up. Let me pull up some pictures. So Windu Comics. Yep, there it is. It's it's kind of close to me, Dave. That's cool. Nice. I will definitely have to check this place out. I've never heard of this place. All right, let me go to their website. Let me go to their website right now. It's a big, like, nerd store. Windu Comics and Collectibles. Wow. Lots of movie props. Ooh, me likey. And you know what? Very reasonable prices. Batman's utility belt. Let's see. Racing Cloud Sword. I don't know what that is. Let me see here. Lots of comics. Wow. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Let me go to their homepage. And then it says shop by category. Okay, cool. Let's see what they have. Wow, they have a lot of merchandise. Lots of comics. Lots of movie props. Ooh. The claws from Wolverine. Now we're talking. Wow. This place looks awesome. I will definitely have to film this place in a vlog, Dave, because this place looks absolutely fantastic. And this is in Claremont, and that's pretty close. That's pretty close to me. Wow. This place is awesome. Let's see. Comics, featured props, featured products, Funko Pops, statues and figures, action figures, vehicles, book and trading cards, backpack accessories, and more. Very, 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 very cool. Wow. This place looks awesome. Let's see. Let's see what else they have. Let me go to another website. Let's see. Open from 9 p.m. I'm sorry. Let's see. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Oh, so it's about to close. Okay. Nice. I'm liking it. I am liking it. I'll get back to the chat in just a second. I'm just checking out this place that Dave was telling me about. Windu's Comics and Collectibles. Great source of collectibles and comics in the Orlando Claremont area. Nice. Well, you know what? I will follow them on Instagram. I will give them a follow on Instagram because their Instagram looks cool. And a lot of statues. And a lot of props. That's what I like to see. You know what? It doesn't look like a very big store, Dave, but it still looks pretty cool. And I'm definitely going to check this place out at some point. You know, maybe after my family leaves or before, I'll go check it out. Because my family arrives on the 10th. But Fears is not going into work on the 9th, because that's when my vacation officially starts. Because I took off 5 or 6 days to show them around. They're going to be here all the way from the 10th to, the 20th. The 10th to the 20th. So I only took like 4 or 5 days off. They're going from the 10th to the 20th. So yeah, that's a lot. And I was like, no, I can't lose that much work, you know, so. But I'm going to have 4 or 5 days off, so I got to still work until the 9th. So, hell yeah. I don't have to go into work on the 9th, and then the vacation starts, hang out with the family, get some hangout time, get some cool footage, because you know they're going to want to go to SeaWorld. I'm going to take them there. You know they're going to want to go to Disney World, and I thought about taking your guys' suggestions. One of you guys suggested Medieval Times, and I was like, I've went there once. One time. Whenever my buddy Eric lived down here, I came down to hang out with him near my birthday, and it was right before I went off to college. So I came down like 2005, 2006, because I graduated high school in 2003. And then I just worked for a little while until I found out about Collins College. And then in 2007, that's when I started college. So, yeah. Visions, check it out. Oh, yeah. We got trash. Look, and her boobies. Ooh, her boobies. And then you got her little hair. And then where is he? The host with the most. Fucking Tarman, man. That guy's fucking rad. More brains. More brains. And then I'm like, hey, Tarman, fuck you. You're not getting any of my brains. Yes, I am, Fierce. No. No, you're not. You're not chewing on my brains. Brains. It's one of the greatest zombie movies of all time. One of the greatest zombie movies of all time, my friends. Anyway, so yeah, the big vacation starts on the 9th. Really, they don't get here until the 10th, but I'm taking a day before. I got the whole apartment all nice and clean. I'm going to give you guys a little tour. The only thing I'm doing right now after the show is I got some laundry to do, but once that laundry's folded, you know what? I'll take you around right now and show you how clean it is. So, yeah. Now that it wasn't clean already, I just made it look immaculate, so yeah. All right, come with me. Come with me. I'll show you guys around. So, yeah. Here we go. So, it's all nice and clean. There we are. There's my nerd hall. There we are. There. I decided to put that there because the beach towel is for whenever I go to the beach, and then whenever I get... The only thing that didn't come in the mail was the hand towels and the bath towels of Ghostbusters, so when that comes, it'll come soon. I got some junk food because my family likes candy and stuff, so I wanted to make them as comfortable as possible, so I got them some candy, and I got my coffee station all ready to go. I got plenty of food for my family. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I organized everything. I bought some more junk food for them. So I'm ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to hang out with the fam. Yeah. And then the bathroom's all cleaned up. Looking good. Looking rad. And then again, this is the laundry I have to do, but that's it. That's all clean. That's all clean. This is all clean. This is all clean. I rearranged all my books. Visions, I started putting all the stickers on this one because I'm running out of room on this. And I'm running out of room on the movie prop shelf. So, yeah. So, everything looks good. I rearranged all my movie props. I put Ivan's ooze down there. That's why I just made it real simple because I don't want to put a whole bunch of crap on there because then I would have to move it back, you know, so. The next few days, the setup behind me is going to be very simple, so yeah, because I want everything to look great. So hell yeah. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking fantastic. I was watching some Star Trek earlier. Love the Trek. Embrace the Trek. Suck it in. Suck in the Trek. Suck in the Trek. Yeah, dude. Suck in the Trek, man. Yes. I think the better question is why wouldn't you suck in the Trek? You have to love the Trek. You have to embrace the Trek, you know. But I do like Star Wars too. I like them both. Some people are like, you can't like both, Fierce. Fuck you. Yes, I can. I can like Trek and I can like Star Wars because they're both fucking great. All right. Let's get rolling here. Let me plug back in my computer. So there it is. Everything's looking good. All right. Alrighty. Well, howdy. All right, let's get going. Oh shit. There we are. Well, today let's start with, you know what? Let's start with the Nerd Hall. Let's start things off right. I was going to start with a movie review, but let's start with the Nerd Hall, shall we? Let's start with that. So I took a whole bunch of clothes to Goodwill. I took like 30 or 40 shirts there. I took all those folding chairs because I told Visions about it. I wanted to show you guys. Visions, these are the chairs. So I wiped them down. So I was on my way home the other day, and I guess some of my neighbors on the third floor. There's a dumpster like right over here. I'm driving home. I'm about to pull in, and I saw a U-Haul, and I was like, "Hey, are you guys moving to a better place in the apartment complex?" And they said, "Oh no, Fears. Like me and my boyfriend, we bought a house." And I was like, "Oh hey!" I'm like, "Congratulations." And they're like, "Yeah, they're like, we're just getting rid of some stuff." And I said, "Is there anything wrong with those chairs?" I said, "I need some chairs." I said, "I only have 2 working chairs in my apartment complex." And I said, "The others, I just sit on folding chairs." And they're like, "Fears, they're not broken. They're perfectly fine. If you want them, by God, go ahead and take them." So let me show you guys the 2 chairs that I got. So yeah, and they're really nice. I wiped them down. I took some disinfectant wipes and I wiped them down, so they're good. So this is the new chair. That's the new chair. These 2 I already had. So I had this chair, and then I had a folding chair here and a folding chair there. But these are the new ones, brand new, brand new. Well, brand new for me. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. They look really nice around the table. So there it is. Here we go. Hell yeah. So they were like, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, Fears. You can have them." And I was like, "Sweet." I'm like, "I will take them. Thank you very much." I was kind of happy to get the chairs, but I was kind of sad because my good neighbors on the third floor are moving. Now we got a brand new person up on the third floor. I haven't introduced myself yet. I guess I will whenever I bump into them, either coming and going from work or whatever. So I'll meet the new people on the third floor, I guess, soon at some point. So yeah. So it all worked out. I got some new chairs. They are. There we go. So they were brand new. All I did is I put them in the back seat of my car. Visions, I sent you that photo, and then you were like, "Nice!" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, they're practically brand new. I brought them in today because I had them in my car last night. I just didn't feel like bringing them in last night. Brought them in today before I went to Goodwill. Took the disinfectant wipes, wiped them all down. Took me like 10, 15 minutes. Grabbed the 30 or 40 shirts out of my closet. And then I folded up all the folding chairs and I got rid of them. I only kept one. There's one in my closet just in case if I needed an extra chair for someone to sit down, if I had company or whatever. So I kept one folding chair and it's in my closet. But the other 3 I had 4 total. I kept one, so I got rid of 3. So I should have enough areas to sit for me and my family because 3 people can sit on my couch, and then 4 people can sit around my kitchen table, and then 2 people can sit at the bar over there. So should work out. That should work out. So it's all good. It's all good under the hood. All right. Let's nerd haul it up, my friends. Let's nerd haul it up. All right. So yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty sweet. Pretty awesome. Let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Yo, what's up, Bukaki? It's called Windu Comics, Bukaki, and I didn't know they're actually close to me, so I'm gonna go check them out and add them into the vlog at some point. That's right. Pretend stories, purple lightsabers. Well, I have the purple kyber crystal, but whenever I make my lightsaber, I'm going to take my yellow kyber crystal in honor of the Fears Man and make a fucking massive fucking like man's man fucking like lightsaber. Hell yeah. I just need to sign up for the class. I haven't done it yet. I've been so busy at work and preparing these 2 vacations because it's great. I get 2 vacations for the price of 1 because even though I'm not going anywhere, I get to take like 5 or 6 days off, show my family around, and they'll want to go to all those fun events. Well, hell, I'm going to bring the camera. I'm going to have some fun. So that's like 1 vacation, and then I'll work for like half a month, and then the second to the last week of August is when that Toy Man show is taking place. So I'll kill another 2 birds. I'll go to the toy show, get some cool footage, and then I'll get to hang out with my family for like a week, week and a half. So, hell yeah. So it's all good. What's up, Biscuit? What's up? Windu is right up the road from the Goodwill. So, Dave, you've been there. You know which Goodwill I go to. Well, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. On one of my days off before my family comes, I'll definitely go and check that place out because I'm curious. I'll bring my vlog camera and I'll film in there. That's right. Place looks nice. Well, thanks, Pretend Stories. Dude wiped the chairs. Hell yeah. Well, I wasn't about to sit on them because they didn't throw them in the dumpster yet. So, Visions, it was kind of dumpster diving. They had them in their hands about to throw it. And then I rolled down my window. I said, hey, what are you guys doing? I said, are you guys moving? And they said, yeah, Fears. They said, we would have told you, but like they said, every time we knocked on your door, you were either at work or you were, we could hear you live streaming, from the bottom level. And they said, we didn't want to interrupt you. They said, or you were out and about doing something. I said, oh yeah. I said, I try to stay as busy. So they said, we're glad that we caught you because they said, we're getting rid of all of our old furniture. And they said, we move in 2 days. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, well, when do the new people move in? They said, as soon as we leave, the new people are moving in. So not tomorrow, but the next day, the new people are going to move in. So I may go say hello and introduce myself. But yeah. But I wasn't about to, sit on them, Bukaki, without cleaning them. So I cleaned them all up. So it was kind of dumpster diving. They didn't make it into the dumpster yet. They were about to. So, but you know what, Visions? I'm going to say that counts. They were going to throw it away. And there's nothing wrong with those chairs. They look brand new. And I was like, well, I'm not going to let them go to waste. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I'll take them. Give them to me. So, yeah. Hell yeah. What's up, Alex? Let's see. Vision says, dumpster diving master added to the list. We can do that. We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that, my friend. Let's see. You should get a bunch of Fears Man shirts made and donate them to the Goodwill so people will wear them around town. That's actually not a bad idea. And I know a good friend that can make me a shitload of Fears Man shirts for a reasonable price. Lord Visions. Visions, I actually do have a question. I thought about getting some stickers printed, but you didn't have like a little area that says like make your own sticker. I think you should add that to your website because I would love to get some Fears Man and some Fears Vlogs stickers made because the last stickers I had made were very plain. They were just a white background, with a black, like subscribe to my channel, Fears Man 26. And I thought, well, the next set of stickers I wanted to be a little bit like more flashier. So when I'm passing them out to fans and stuff like at conventions, plus, I want a sticker to put on my movie prop shelf. So, could you make me some stickers? I'm just curious. I didn't know how much it would be to make like a set of maybe like 50 or 100 stickers. I didn't know how much it would be. So, let me know, my friend. Because I want to get some stickers made very soon. So, yeah. I usually do 100 stickers. Wait. 3 sheets. Is that what you mean? Number 3? 100 3 sheets stickers for $55. That's not bad. So, if I did like 3 sheets for Fears Vlogs and 3 sheets, that's not bad. Nice. Well, I'll definitely email you. Because... yeah, I'll definitely email you, and because I'm thinking about getting a sheet, a sheet of each, a sheet of Fears Vlog stickers. Oh, 3 inches. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I saw the 3. I thought you meant 3 sheets. My bad. So 3 inches. Got it. So 100 3-inch stickers for $55. That's not bad. It's not bad. No, that's not what it is for 10 stories. I got the 3 mixed up. So yeah. Just make those stickers with your face, but add the Fears Man logo on it. That's perfect. That is perfect. That's a good idea, Crumbles. So like my face could be Fears Man 26, and then for Fears vlogs, I would probably want to make it. You know how I made the yellow logo on the sticker visions? I'd probably just use that yellow logo with the small YouTube symbol for the Fears vlog stickers. So I'll definitely email you, and I guess I can pay you through PayPal, because I definitely want to get like a bunch for Fears vlogs and a bunch for Fears Man and just plaster them everywhere. So hell yeah. So I'll definitely email you soon. I'll probably have them made after either before I go on my vacation or after I get done with my vacation. So yeah. I was just curious. That's a good idea though, Crumbles, because he already made the face. So it's kind of perfect. That is kind of perfect. Good idea, Crumbles. The face is where it's at. Yeah, I would want to use my face for Fears vlogs, and then probably just at the bottom, like on my chin, it'd be like, subscribe to Fears Man 26 on YouTube or some shit like that. And then for Fears vlogs, I would just want to have that black background with the yellow, whatever that font was that you used, Visions, that yellow scary font, just Fears vlogs, and then maybe inside the YouTube play button, just put like real small font like subscribe or some shit. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But that's what I'm thinking. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, no worries, Pretend Stories. Dave says, if you need more shelves, check out Restore, run by Habit for Humanity in Winter Garden on Highway 50. I do, Dave. I need to get some new shelves. I'm not kidding. Like, I want to take all those fucking Lego builds off the top shelf, and fucking, so yeah, and put them on an actual shelf, not on the fucking top of a shelf, So yeah. You think maybe you should hide the foil ball when your mom arrives? Well, my mom's not coming. Pretend Stories. I'm gonna visit my mom in August. My Aunt Donna and my Uncle Steve are coming with not all of my American cousins, but a lot of my American cousins. So yeah, because they've been to Florida before, but the last time they came to Florida was before I moved down here, and then they came one other time after I got the job at Disney. So it was after I got the job at Disney, and I showed them around in 2019. But before COVID happened. So, yeah. So, now that it's been such a long time, they're like, hey, John, like, we want to come visit you again. And I was like, that's cool. I'm like, you guys can come and hang out whenever you want. So, I'm like, just let me know. I'll take some time off of work. We'll do a little Disney. We'll do a little medieval times, I'm like, whatever the hell you guys want. So, I talked to them, not today, but I talked to them yesterday, and I said, the apartment's ready. I said, you let me know. And they said, oh yeah. They said, we'll be down there on the 10th. And I was like, yeah, now we're talking. So yeah. Anyway. Let's see. They have 50-cent VHS tapes at the local one. Really? Damn. That's awesome. Wait, so they're 50 cents at your Goodwill down there in Oregon? Man. Let's see. The Blu-rays are at Goodwill. The Blu-rays are $1. If they do have some 4Ks, it's $1.50. The VHSs are like, I think they're 80 cents. And then Oh, no. That's the DVDs. The DVDs are like 80 cents, and then the VHS are like, I think they're like 50 to 25 cents. So something like that. It's been a while since I bought a VHS tape at my Goodwill, but I'm telling you, they've been fucking slacking, man. I went today, not one Blu-ray. Not one Blu-ray. Oh, hang on, wait. Hang on. Let me make sure. Yeah, not one Blu-ray. And then I did a live stream. So you missed that, Visions. I guess you were working or doing something. I actually did a live stream at Goodwill today. So I turned it on right as I was going through the door. So yeah. So, yep. Vision says, Fears, you are the design master. I don't know. Larry was giving me crap. I think he was just joking, because now me and Larry are cool. But he was like, Fears, why would you do such a simple design on a shirt? And I was like, Larry, because I've never designed a shirt ever in my life. Well, unless you count the anime bullshit t-shirt. That was kind of a design shirt, Visions. That was more of an idea. So it's not really designing. That was more of an idea. But I told Larry, this is just a test run. I said, I'm going to wear those shirts and see if people like them, and I'm going to have them in the vlog. And then whenever I get my store set up, I guess Visions is going to show me how to set up a store. And then I'm going to use Visions as my supplier. So hell yeah. But I want to have like a website. I want to have a website where I can post all my pictures and have like an official website, an official merch store, and be like, hey guys, this is where you can go buy my shirts and my pins and mugs and all sorts of bullshit, from the Fears Man, So, yeah. Because Visions, I'm not going to make the same mistake. Richie, you offered Richie to be your supplier, and he was like, no, I just want to eat diapers, and I want to shit my ass off, and I want to, have onesies and shit, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I like Richie sometimes. Richie sometimes is cool. Other times, he's fucking weird. I'm just going to throw it out there. He's weird sometimes. Sometimes he's cool. I've had him on the show, and he's an alright guy, but you won't see Fears eating a diaper anytime soon. That must have tasted so gross. Oh, hey guys, let me just have a little nibble. Yum, 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 yum. No fucking way. 0 diapers for Fears. 0. No. I don't know what was going through his mind. Richie, no offense. Put away the diaper challenges. Stick to the river challenges. And I guess the fucking Oreos or whatever bullshit in the shower that you do, or whatever the fuck it is that you do. But no, I don't even care that he does the shower challenges. I would rather him do the shower challenges than fucking eating turds out of a diaper. Good Lord. Good Lord. But yeah, anyway, let's get back on track. I was rambling, my bad. Anyway, but I told Larry, that's the reason why I designed those shirts. Very simple. I actually took Randall's advice. He said, Fears, don't make anything too flashy, the first time around. Just think of a creative idea, something nice, something simple. And I was like, all right. I said, I'll just put my name. And then I said, well, I do YouTube. So I said, I'll find a really cool YouTube play button symbol. And I found a neon one that was really cool. Because I didn't want to just use the traditional, one on the main YouTube page with the white and the red. I was like, no. I'm like, everyone's going to do that. I said, I'll find one that's unique, So I found the red neon play button. I was like, I said, that would go good. And then I said with the fucking yellow for Fears Man, because I love Fears Man. And then I said, well, since I like horror movies, I said, whenever Visions designs them, I'll be like, I don't give a shit on the font. Just make it scary. Plus, I always like to give you, Visions, because you're the creator, some creative leeway. So I was like, surprise me with the font. Just make it scary. And you picked a good one. You're like, hey, Fierce, what about this? And you sent me a picture, and I actually put that picture on my Facebook after I debuted the shirts to you guys, and I told all my family and friends on Facebook, and they were like, oh yeah, that's a cool design. I was like, well, thanks, I appreciate that. So yeah. Let's see. No, at the Habit for Humanity Restore. Let me look this up. Let me look this store up, Dave. I've never been there. Habit. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It popped up, Dave. Habit for Humanity Orlando store. All right, let's have a look because I've never been here. So is it like a thrift store, I guess? Let's see here. Is a non-profit housing organization working in local communities across all 50 states and in more than 70 countries around the world. That's what's up. That's fucking awesome. Let's see here. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess it helps build houses for people. Hopefully this is the right website. So it helps people prepare for hurricane season. The Corner Store edition organizes. We help improve housing solutions. We empower through knowledge. We transform communities. Wow, that's cool. Cool. Habit for Humanity. I've never heard of this place. Never heard of it. It's very cool. You can volunteer to help them build houses. That's what's up. That's awesome. You know what? That would be an awesome random act of kindness. And if they let me film it, I would totally do it because I do like making people laugh, but I like helping people even more. That's fucking dope, man. That's awesome. That's fucking amazing. I need to turn on this fan. It's getting hot. But I've never heard of it, Dave, until now. That's what's up. And they got VHSs there, Visions, at the Restore. That's cool. Oh, you know what? I didn't put in Restore. I just put in Habit for Humanity. Let me look up the actual store. I just looked up Habit for Humanity. So let me write in Restore and see what comes up. Oh wow, there's 3 locations. There's one in Winter Garden, there's one in Dunny, Florida, and there's one in Lakeland. Lakeland's probably the most closest one to me. Oh no, Winter Garden, excuse me. Winter Garden would be the closest one. Oh, wow. This is really cool. And then please shop at our Restore. All right, well, let's have a look at the Restore. Let's see what they got. We gratefully accept donations of all kinds from all walks of life. Whether you're moving, downsizing, clearing out, or buying something. You know what? I wish I would have donated all of my all my 40 shirts to this. Well, you know what? The next time I want to get rid of some shirts, I'll drive to Habit for Humanity Restore and give them. Because I've given a lot of shirts and crap that I don't need anymore to Goodwill. I should give back to these people. You can bring it to our store and we'll be happy to pick it up. We also accept donations from our friends in West County. What we accept. Oh, here we go. Furniture, coffee tables, dressers, dining, pet stuff, home furnishings, decorative, lamps, bookcases, etc. So this would be where I would go to get some shelves, Visions, on the cheap. Building supplies, plumbing, and hardware. Doorknobs, sinks, toilets. Okay, and then what we don't accept. Okay, I need to read this. Oh, no, shit. They don't accept clothing. Damn it. It says, We're unable to accept toys, baby items, clothing, or other blankets and curtains, hazardous material, mirrors, used or unused box screen mattresses, unframed glass framings, used rugs, any items with rips, tears, stains, fluorescent light bulbs, ceiling fans. Well, damn. I was going to give him a whole bunch of clothes. Damn it. Well, I tried. I'll definitely have to check it out, though, Dave, because I've never heard of that place. I've never heard of that place. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's what I was going for, Bukaki. Yeah, Bukaki says, sometimes simple is better. Yeah. I was just trying to... I mean, I don't mind going all flashy dancy, but I want to make sure that people will actually buy my shirts. And so I thought I'll just start with something simple. So, yeah. Let's see. Vision says, good advice from the guy with the bedazzled M. Bison hat. He does love that hat. I don't know where the hell he got it from, Visions. It's like got all these gems and it's bedazzled. And he loves wearing it. I'll be honest. Randall knows this. Sometimes I've asked Randall to take that hat off because in public I get a little embarrassed that Randall wears that. But I'm like, Randall, if it makes you happy. He's like, do you want to wear it, Fears? I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to wear that hat. I said, I like this hat. This is my hat. I said, Randall, that hat's all you. But I've made Randall take it off at least once or twice. It's just too much. The bedazzled bison hat is just too much. It's too much. Anyway. Let's see. Might be a good way to meet chicks. Well, that would be the wrong reason to do it, Bukaki. I mean, that would be nice, to find a chick. But if I'm going to do something like that, I want to do it for the right reason, So, yeah. Let's see. Fears, you ever think about collecting VHS now? Yeah, I do already. Look, I got a whole bunch. I'll show you. And then I'm going to do the nerd haul. Look. I got those VHSs. And then I got those VHSs up there. Jaws, Empire Strikes Back, Wizard of Oz, the 3 Indiana Jones movies, Ghostbusters, Total Recall, Terminator 1 and 2, Halloween is up there, Return of the Jedi, and what's the one behind the Predator? I can't remember. The one behind the Predator, I don't remember which tape that is. And then there's a bunch of tapes up there. You see them? You see them? They're right there. Hellraiser, Home Alone, a bunch of Star Trek stuff, Planet of the Apes, some more Star Trek VHS tapes on that one. So, I definitely got a bunch. Iron Man calendar. So, yeah. Let's see. I think I got some more in here, too. Let's see. I think there's some VHS on here. Hang on. Oh, no, they're just all DVDs. I thought I had some. Yeah, so I got a bunch. Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew there was one in here, Escape from New York. So whenever I find Escape from LA, or if anyone wants to send it to me in fan mail, if anyone wants to give me Escape from LA on VHS, I'll just move this one over and I'll put Escape from LA right there. But until then, there we are. I got the script. Yeah. So whenever I get that locator thing, Visions, like where he's holding his hand on the little red button, I'm going to put that right here as soon as I get that. And there he is. Fucking Snake Plissken. You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch, Snake Plissken. But you know what? Even though he's a son of a bitch, he's a great son of a bitch. Like, he's like, Snake Plissken doesn't give a shit about you, me, and he doesn't even give a shit about himself. He's like, fuck the world, I'm Snake Plissken. Fuck you, fuck the world. I don't give a shit. Just leave me the fuck alone. Hell yeah. Let's see. Vision says, do you still have the sleepaway kit? Oh yeah, it's up there, Visions. It's up. Hang on, let me grab. It's up here. It's up there. Hang on, let me grab a chair. I'll show you. Hang on. It's up there. It's up here somewhere. Oh, where is it? There's the book, and then, oh, it's behind there. It's behind there. So there's the Star Trek. There's another tape. You see where the little Lego Predator guy is? Right behind that Star Trek. I was running out of room, so I had it there where everyone could see it. There's the tape, and then I went to a convention. I got all these Star Trek tapes, so I had to put it in front of it, but it's there. And there's the Watch Sleepaway Camp book. And then I even got more tapes in that little box. So I'm running out of room to put shit, but whenever I get a bigger place, I'm going to rearrange all this shit. But this is all the shit that I've collected at the toy shows over the years. Ray, Hulkamania. Oh, no, well, I got that at the Hulkamania store when I took Tommy. All this Ghostbuster shit, though. Most of this Ghostbuster shit was at the toy shows. I got all those NECA figures. I just put up Darth Vader up there, and there's the Mandalorian right there. And then when Christmas comes around, I put the tree right there, and I grab all those little Stay Puffs, and I put them on the tree. I put them on the tree. So, yeah. Oh, and I put these guys. I put this guy on the tree. Because this is this guy and that guy's from the live action Super Mario World one. The shitty one that I grew up with from the 1990s. So it's up there. I'm just running around. Look, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. There's another one for 10 stories. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Which is hilarious because I haven't watched it yet, but it was only like 25 or 50 cents at a convention. And the thumbnail on the VHS tape looked fucking hilarious. And I was like, I've never seen it, but I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to get it, and I put it right up there. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yep. All right, let me put this chair back. Yeah, I'm such a little fuck. I have to stand on this fucking chair, and I'm like, and fucking reach up there and put all that shit up there. God did not bless me with height. I wish he would have, but he didn't. I'm like, hey, God, do you think you can give fears, I don't know, 5'8", 5'9"? No, he gave me 5'6", and that's it. Oh well. I wish. Like Pixel is super. That fucker has got, what is he? 6'6", 6'7". I wish I don't know if I want to be that tall. I wish I was at least 6'1". All of my friends, Eric, Tom, Trent, Vision, I think you're 6 foot, I think you told me. All of my friends are at least 5'9" or 6 foot. I'm the shortest one out of the group. I'm 5'6". Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So yeah. Oh yeah, I would never get rid of the sleepaway camp tape, buddy. That was a gift. Oh, I do. I have a ladder. I have a folding ladder. It's a little ladder, but I have it in my closet, buddy. In my closet. Anyway, before we move on to the nerd haul, yeah, I just wanted to make the shirts a very simple design. I like what Bukaki said. Less is more sometimes, you know? Or you said less is better. I'm sorry, you said sometimes simpler is better. So, nothing against Larry. I think Larry said that. I think Larry said that because he was still pissed at me. Now me and him are cool. So yeah. Ladders save the knees for sure. Oh yeah. Stepping on that chair and then getting up on there and putting the shit on the shelves. I only do it when I absolutely have to, you know. So anytime I go to a show, I put some stuff up there, and then of course when Christmas rolls around, I don't take everything off that shelf, but I take the most coolest things off the shelf and then put it on the tree. So yeah. All right, let's get to the nerd haul, shall we? This will probably be the last nerd haul before my family comes. So, yeah. Because I want to save a lot of my money for the epic nerd haul whenever I go to Missouri. Oh! Vintage stock awaits. I tell you, I'm going to put them out of business, Visions. I'll be like, hey, assholes, I'm taking every Blu-ray gem. Give me that gem. Oh, you think you're walking? No, give me that fucking gem. Give me that fucking Blu-ray gem. Every single one of those fucking Blu-ray gems are coming home with me. That's right. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. I can just picture it. Some goofy nerd is holding a Blu-ray gem, and he's walking out. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm buying Sleepaway Camp 2. No, you're not. Give me that fucking thing. Get the hell out of here. That's my Blu-ray gem. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's right. So we'll see how many Blu-ray gem. I'm telling you, V-Stock is the place. I've found most of what's on my list at Amazon and Vintage Stock, because they sell a lot of old stuff. That, like, an old movie from like 1970, 1975, all those crazy horror movies, and put them on Blu-ray or 4K, or sometimes it's a dual where you open it up and it's like Blu-ray on this side and 4K. As long as they either have both or one or the other, I don't care. I'll watch it on 4K because I have a 4K player. I'll watch it on Blu-ray. I don't give a shit. You know? Hell yeah. All right. Here we go. Time for a nerd haul, my friends. Yeah, so Visions, you missed it. I did it's a good thing that you missed it, though, because I showed everybody what I got at Goodwill. So, but watch the right after this. Watch the Goodwill stream. I thought, you know what? I'm like, I've streamed in my car. I've streamed in my house. At some point, I'm gonna stream while I'm getting my car washed, because I'm gonna get my car washed before my family comes. And I'll do a in real life where I'm cleaning out my car, because you run through the car washes across the street, and all you have to do is you pay for the you pay for the car wash, and then you get to use the vacuums for free. So you kill two birds for the price of one. So I'll pay for the car wash, and then I'm just gonna vacuum out my car. I'm gonna live stream that, but watch the Goodwill live stream back after this, you guys, if you haven't seen it. David says Black Friday full content rules. Oh yeah. I clean up on Black Friday day. Oh wait, is that a movie, or are you talking about Black Friday? Because I don't like to go out during Black Friday, but when I have, I've cleaned up on the movies. All right. First thing. And as soon as you guys see this, you'll know why Fear's got it, because I love this candy. Look at this. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So this thing's around it, so whenever you're drinking your coffee, it won't get too hot. I gotta wash it, because look at all that white crud. This ain't touching my mouth until I run this through the dishwasher at least 9 times. Because Lord knows who used it before me. You know? Probably Richie with his shitty ass lips. He's like, oh yeah, I'll have a little diaper and I'll have a little drink. Ah! I'm just joking, Richie. I'm just playing around. But you never know. You never know who used this mug. So you have to run it through the dishwasher a couple of times, you know? So yeah. You never know. But I'm going to use this around Halloween time. So I think what I'm going to do is each live stream from October 1st to October 31st, because it's orange and it's my favorite candy, I think every day I'm going to rewash it, and I'm going to use it while I rate all the horror movies. And I'm going to watch a horror movie the whole month of October. I'm not going to watch anything else except for horror movies during Halloween time. So every day I'm going to watch either a horror movie that I've already watched and re-review it for you guys, or I'll pick a new horror movie that I haven't seen yet over here. And so we'll see how many horror movies I can get through the month of October. And I'm going to keep them over here in a little pile, and we'll count up each one. We'll count up how many I can do. But yeah. So this is the first thing. Visions is laughing. LOL. I'm just saying. Richie had it coming, you know. I like Richie sometimes, but not when he's munching on a diaper, you know. You know? I saw the photo, Richie. Shame on you, buddy. Shame on you. Can you get Richie on panel sometime for a diaper eating intervention? I need to. Because Richie, he is a good guy, but he's just a little weird. He's a little wacky sometimes, you know. I'm like, get your head out of your ass and just quit eating fucking diapers. If you want to focus on the Oreo challenges, great. If you want to focus on running through the shower, going fucking nuts, focus on that. But stop eating the diapers, you know. I'll get him on there, Crumbles. I'll get him on the panel. Don't worry. And then I got this shirt. I thought it was cool. I'm not a professional, but I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So because it had something to do with YouTube, I got it. So I thought it was cool. Let's see, how much was it? It was $3.99, so that's not bad. And then how much was this? This was $7.99. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It content. Wait, what? It content? Anyway. Well, apparently, Pretend Stories, I didn't even know about that. Bukaki and Visions showed me that. He's all going like that on a fucking white diaper, and there was fucking shit just mounded in the fucking diaper, and I was like, what the fuck? It was pretty nuts. It was pretty crazy. Anyway. All right. So that was from Walmart. Now here's what I got. I mean, here that was from Goodwill. Now here's what I got at Walmart. I already had The Shining, but I've never seen Dr. Sleep. This is the sequel to it. So now I've got 2 copies of this and 1 copy of this because I saw it and I was like, you know what? I love Jack Nicholson's The Shining, but I've never seen Stephen King's Dr. Sleep, and I cannot wait to watch this. Because I love The Shining, and this is like the sequel to this. So I love this, but we'll see. We'll see about this. So yeah. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn on the fan, and I need to use the restroom because I forgot to do that because I was running around my house showing you guys all that I cleaned it all up. So you guys just study this, and you can buy it on exhumvisions.com. And I'm going to go use the restroom and turn on my fan, so I'll be right back. So check that out. There we are. I'll be right back. All right. There we go. It gets hot in here sometimes. I gotta keep the. I should just keep the. Well, it gets too cold in here sometimes, and then I turn off the fan, and then when it gets hot outside, then I gotta turn the fan back on. But yeah, I usually keep the AC going, but sometimes it gets hot in here. All right. No, Lantern, don't even go there. I did not go number 2. So quit with that damn pew shit. I went number 1. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Lantern says, well, howdy, Chris. Where's Pretend Stories? Oh, he's here. I see him, Lantern. I see Pretend Stories. Fart, pew. We heard that, damn pew. Air freshener. Well, I didn't have to. I ran Lantern. I went number 1, so I didn't have to spray. If I would have went number 2, I would have sprayed because I've got air freshener in there. All right, next. Check this out. Next. I have Rush Hour 3, but I did not have Rush Hour 1 and 2. Now I've got all 3. Rush Hour Trilogy. I got them all. Because I had Rush Hour 3. So, yeah. Oh, and then I had Rush Hour 2 on DVD, but I'm trying to get rid of all my DVDs. So now I've got all of them on Blu-ray. So, heck yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Heck yeah. There we are. And then this one, this movie that I got, I was kind of 50-50. I almost didn't get it, but I'm going to give it a whirl because the original is so much better. There's no way that this live-action version is going to out-top the original because I have the original one, and I love the original Disney's Snow White, but I'm curious to see what the live-action is, so I got the live-action one, so I'm going to watch this. It's probably going to be crap, but I don't judge something until I watch it, so I didn't watch it in the theater, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the old one, the old cartoon, because the old cartoon is fucking great. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go. You know, the original, the classic. And then we'll watch this, and we'll see how good or bad or horrible or whatever, you know. So, there we are. And then I got a new shirt for the trip. Cause I didn't feel like wearing a shirt and tie to church. Cause I hate wearing a shirt and tie to church. I usually wear either a nice buttoned up shirt with a collar or a nice Hawaiian shirt. But whenever I go into St. Louis and I'm going to visit my, I've got 2 church family. I've got my St. Louis church family that I grew up with, and now I've got my new Orlando church family that I go to church out here. So I bought this for the trip. So I'm gonna wear this to church. This Jesus shirt. I'm gonna wear this to church. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna wear this to church whenever I go in August. So there it is. Let's see here. How much was that? It was hang on, let me find the receipt. I guess I threw away the receipt, Visions. I thought the receipt was in here, but I guess I threw it away. Oh, well. Yeah, I actually don't remember. I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks, somewhere around there. But I really got it because I wanted these two. So this one I got right away, and on the way out I found Rush Hour and that Snow White thing. So, yeah. Do you have a copy of the movie Purple Rain? I don't. I've always wanted to see it, though. You know, I know it's got Prince in it, but I've never seen it. So, yeah. Anyway. And I'll be honest, Pretend Stories. I've heard some of Prince's music, but not all. Some. Anyway. But yeah, speaking of that Snow White thing, I know it's going to be not as good as the original Visions because the original cartoon, I grew up with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I remember when I was, oh God, I don't know, 4, 5, when I watched the original, and my mom had it on a VHS tape. I used to watch all those. My favorite, though, I like the original Snow White, but my favorite Disney movie of all time is Aladdin. Aladdin is fucking great. And you know what? I even liked the live action Aladdin with Will Smith, because that was before Will Smith became a fucking dick and slapped The Rock. I lost a lot of respect for him. I'm like, you're an idiot. You can't take a fucking joke. You gotta walk up on stage and bitch slap somebody. I was like, fuck you, Will Smith. You know? Now, I will say this. I'm not a hypocrite. When I was younger, you guys know, Fears could not take a joke. But as I've gotten older, I know how to take a joke now. You know, but man, Visions, I'm so glad you didn't know the old Fears on YouTube. Someone would make a joke in the chat or in real life. Fuck you! Fuck you! You think you can fuck with me? Fuck you! You're blocked! You're gone! Fuck you! You're gone! You're gone! Oh man, I made so many enemies back then. And then I would get enraged. I deleted so many rage quit YouTube videos. I was like, fuck you, I hope you guys all fucking die in a car wreck. I'll fucking hunt you down, I'll fucking kill your ass. And then I would rage quit, you know, and then I would watch it back like an hour later and I was like, damn, I feel so ashamed. And then I would fucking delete it. I would delete all those videos. So I've gotten a lot better at taking a joke. But yeah, so thank God for that. But you know, you learn from your mistakes. I'm wiser. I'm older. Now I just laugh it off. You know, I'm just like, oh yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. Every once in a blue moon, though, a troll will still get me. So I hate it when they get me, but 11 times out of 12, I can take a joke. But yeah, but back in the day, not at all. Not at all. Someone would make one tiny little joke. I remember when I went fucking nuts on the dude. I was like, I'll fucking choke the shit out of you. I'll bitch slap your bald fucking head. I was going nuts. And he was like, Fears, calm down. I'm just joking. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, I'll come to Chicago and I'll bitch slap your fucking bald head. I was going nuts on the dude. It was pretty crazy. Anyway. So yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I grew up on the old Snow White. So I know it's not going to out-top that original cartoon. But it got me curious. I was like, I want to watch this and see how good or bad. Because I did enjoy the live-action version of Aladdin. That one was okay. That one was all right. Again, that was before Will Smith. He needs to work on his fucking ego, man. He's like, what? And you know what? And the joke about his wife wasn't even that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, he was a little upset. It was about his wife. But you even see Jada laugh it off. Jada, in the video, she's kind of laughing. She kind of rolls her eyes. And then Chris was like, all right, that was a nice one. That was a nice joke. Apparently not. He gets up, bam, right across his face. There's like an imprint on his face. And he's like, wow. And he's like, it was a G.I. Jane joke. And he's like, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. He's like, I'm going, like, just chill. And oh man, let the fireworks fly. So hell yeah. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Liz? Darling Nikki. Out with the old, in with the new. Nikki. I don't know. Is that from a movie, Liz? Nikki. I'm trying to think what movie that's from. Darling Nikki. Can you give me a hint, Liz? I'm having a brain fart. I'm trying to think what movie that's from. Hang on. Darling Nikki. I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of what movie that's from. Is it from a movie, Liz? Let's see. You got to be careful with the violent threats these days with all of the new internet laws. They don't care if it's a joke. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, back in the day, I threatened to kill a lot of trolls. I've threatened to drive over Quentin with my car at least half a dozen times. Oh, the Darling Nikki is a Prince song. Again, I've listened to some Prince songs. Apparently, I've never listened to that one, though, because I didn't know what you were talking about. For a minute, I thought you were talking about, like, Nikki out of, what's that Adam Sandler movie where he plays the devil's son, Little Nicky, or whatever. I thought that's what you were talking about for a second. I was like, I don't remember what movie this is from. No, I've never heard that song, but yeah. But I'll say this, Liz, at least I know how to take a joke now. That's why I deleted all those. That's why I deleted a bunch of those rage quit videos. I mean, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I'd say the only worst thing besides doing that, Dragon out-topped me. Dragon was like, you think you can fuck with me? You think you can fuck with me? And he goes off camera, and then you hear him fiddling with something, and apparently he opened up his dad's gun closet, pulls out a rifle, and he points it at the fucking, laptop, and he's like, I'll fucking kill you guys. And he points the rifle. And I remember trying to calm Dragon down, like, Dragon, you're going to shoot your laptop with a rifle? I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, what is that going to solve, And he's like, Fears, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him with my rifle. And I was like, well, it's not really your rifle. It's your dad's. And he's like, I don't give a shit. I was like, all right. He was going nuts. So Dragon took it a little bit more drastic than me, but boy, was I wild back in the day. Not as wild as that, but still a little wild. So yeah. I saw Purple Rain in the theaters in San Diego. Oh, that's cool. When I was in the Navy, it was great. Oh, there you go, Dave. That's cool. Is my favorite Prince song. Again, Liz, I've heard a lot of Prince, but not everything. So yeah. I wonder if Dragon still has that live stream up. I should ask him. I have his phone number, but I'm not going to call him because it's almost 10 o'clock. I don't want to interrupt him. I guarantee you he probably took it down because he literally threatened his entire YouTube audience. Like, I've got a rifle. I'll fucking kill all you guys. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening? It was pretty nuts. So thank God I didn't do some shit like that. Anyway. All right. Time for a movie review. All right, here we go. He went pretty nuts, though. All right. Let me just back you guys up just a tad there. There we go. All right. So the three movies I watched Megan on my new Steelbook. So I'm going to re-review it because I got rid of, I gave my Blu-ray of it to Goodwill today, and then I got my Steelbook, and I watched it on 4K, I watched it on 4K, and here's my Blu-ray, so hell yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty nice cover art. So I watched this last night, and then today, after I got back from Goodwill, I finished the rest of the Omega Man, and then right before the stream, I watched Soylent Green. Hell yeah. Dave, I already have this one, but it came in a 3-pack, so I've watched Logan's Run, and these two are starring Charlton Heston. I wish Charlton Heston was in this, because I love Charlton Heston. He's a great fucking actor, man. Dave, please tell me you watched these two movies. These two. Please tell me. These have been on my list for quite a while, and the other day I marked this one and this one off the list, so more off the list, my friends. But let's start with Megan, shall we? I'll be honest, I enjoyed Megan. I cannot wait for Megan 2.0. So, that's in the theaters right now, and I'm going to go, I may take my family. So, whenever I'm vlogging, because I just watched Ghostbusters in the theater, and I cannot wait to post all that, because some guy came there in a full rig, and the only thing they wouldn't let him bring in, he had the PKE meter, and I think he had the ghost trap connected to his side, but the theater wouldn't let him have the proton pack on. I was like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, why not? And he's like, yeah, he goes, I had to leave it in the car, man. I was like, shit. I'm like, that's the best fucking part of the costume. But I'm like, all right, whatever. And Visions, the next time I go, whether I'm with my family or not, I'm going to ask that manager, hey, because we're so cool and I love movies so much, do you think you can open up the back door and let me see all the behind the scenes on how you run? Because theaters these days, they don't play a lot of movies that are on film anymore. They play a lot of digital movies. I guarantee at my movie theater, they probably don't have not one movie in there on actual film. If they had a movie playing on actual film, I would be astounded. Usually, movie theaters, they still play movies, but usually 11 times out of 12, they're all digital. But next time I go, buddy, whatever movie it is that I go see, whether it's Megan or Superman, because I want to see that new Superman movie, I'll ask them, like, hey, her name's Gabriella. Like, hey, Gabriella, you and me are so cool. You hooked me up with the Beetlejuice cup. You let me interview you. You let me film. She hooked me up with a free popcorn one day. I'll be like, hey, my YouTube fans and me were wondering, can I just go in the back with you? I said, I'll do whatever you ask. I won't touch anything, but can you let me go in the back and get some behind the scenes footage? I hope she says yes, because that would be a fucking cool vlog. Because you guys like movies. Clearly I love movies. That would be a great, behind the scenes. That'd be fucking great. So we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The Last Dragon was good and hilarious. I'll have to check that one out, too. You should put the list on your webpage for downloads so we can track the progress. Well, you guys are tracking my progress. When I show it to you and I cross a movie off the list, that's the progress, So, yeah. All right, so Megan. Well, very cool steelbook. Very cool steel. I like the, so I'm going to write good artwork on the steelbook. Inside and out. Very cool. Very sweet. I'm going to give the steelbook a big thumbs up. So, good steelbook. The actual movie, it is a good horror movie, but obviously I like Jason and Michael, a million times more. So, Michael, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. Jason, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. Megan, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. So it's good. It's just not as good as Michael or Jason or Freddy or fucking Leatherface, which I'm going to watch tonight. I can't wait, Visions. I was going to watch it after my family leaves. I'm watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tonight, my friend. Bam, right there. So I'm going to watch this tonight, and what else? What else should I watch? I'm going to watch this, and you know what? I think I'm going to... I keep saying I'm going to watch War of the Apes, because I've watched this one and this one. I think finally I'm going to sit down and watch War of the Planet of the Apes, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, those two movies tonight, my friend. Hell yeah. Little bit of Leatherface, and he kills, what's the fat guy's name? Franklin or whatever, and he's like in the wheelchair, and he's like, ah, like going nuts. That's not even the best kill, though. The best kill in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in my opinion, is where that disco-looking guy, he's got the disco shirt on, he's got the bedazzled chain on, he's got the glasses, and he's got the poofy afro hair. He's got the poofy afro hair, right? And he's all walking around, and all of a sudden that steel door flies open. He takes that fucking mallet, bashes him right on the fucking head, grabs the body, throws him in, and then he just goes, and he slams that fucking steel door like that, and it happens in a matter of probably 30 seconds, like real quick. That, to me, that's the best kill. I'd say the second best kill is when the hippie guy, like where he's scratching his fucking head with the coat hanger, where, and he's got the long, oh no, that's in number 2. Number 1, the guy that has the black, like, greasy hair, he gets fucking hit by the semi-truck. That's probably the second best kill, Visions, don't you think? But the best kill is, I think his name's Brian or whatever, like the disco guy. He's like the college jock guy, and he's like Linda, or whatever the fuck the girl's, Lacey, whatever the hell her name is. And then he's like, oh, I guess she's not here. And the minute he turns to walk out the door flies open, Leatherface takes that fucking mallet, bashes him right on the fucking head, grabs the body, and then whoosh, closes that door. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, holy shit. It kind of freaked me out the first time I saw it, and I was like, well, damn, that happened quick. So I'm going to watch that tonight, so hell yeah, because I've seen it before, but I don't think I've ever reviewed it for you guys, and I know I sure as hell don't have that movie logged on my movie app, but I will by tomorrow. So, plus it's a classic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, fuck yeah. All right, so Megan, 9 out of 10, good steelbook. The best kill in Megan is probably when she takes that power washer and power washes the shit out of that old woman. Like, burns some of her face off with the power washing equipment. And then she's like, what the hell are you? And then she goes, you know what? I'm asking myself that same question. And then she just shoots the fucking power wash, blasts that old lady in the face, blasts her in the chest. Flesh is like coming off her face with the fucking power wash like gun. I was like, that's a really creative kill. So my favorite kill was the power wash kill. Megan's just sitting there like squirting her visions, and then Megan's like, fuck you. And the lady's all like, oh, please, oh, God, help me. And Megan's like, no, kiss my ass, fuck you. Just shooting water, like, right in her face, just killing her ass. And you see, like, droplets of blood, like, going down the drain. I was like, this is classic horror movie shit. So I'm like, hell yeah. So that's my favorite kill. So power wash kill, best kill. And I'm gonna put a number 2 by that, because that's my second favorite scene. So I put best kill, and then I put number 2. That's my best scene with an arrow. That's probably my second favorite scene. My favorite scene, though, is when, I don't know what type of gardening tool it is. It's like, it's a hedge trimmer. When the mom has to protect her child, and she tells Megan to, like, she punches Megan, she goes flying over this desk, like, in her garage. She takes the hedge trimmer, and she fucking hedge trims Megan's head, like, right here. So she loses a bunch of her hair, right through her fucking skull, right, like, she saws off the fucking nose, so there's a big gap in between her face, and just fucking hedge saws the shit out of Megan's head. Oh, by the way, I got a new haircut, by the way. So what do you guys think? I finally got it all trimmed up. No more Elvis sideburns. Let me know if you guys like the haircut. But yeah. So that's my favorite scene where the mom's like, all right, Megan, fuck you. You're not going to kill me or you're not going to kill my daughter. It's time for a showdown. Me versus you. And she fucking hedge trims the shit out of Megan's face. So hedge trims Megan. It's pretty good. I do recommend it. So I'm hoping there's some good I'm hoping there's some good kills in Megan 2.0. If there isn't any good kills, I'm going to be really pissed off, and I'll be, well, not really pissed. I'll be disappointed. So I'm hoping there's some good kills in Megan 2.0. So Megan, don't let me down. Don't let me down. But I do recommend it, so check it out. Check it out. Yo, Walter, what's up, dude? Walter, when the hell are you going to get your head out of your ass and come on a Fierce podcast? You got to come, but you know what? Before you go on a Lantern podcast, you got to come on my podcast. Walter, we've been friends forever. Get your head out of your ass and get on a Fierce podcast. I want you on a podcast, buddy. I'm serious. You got to come on. All right. Walter, I'm writing a book for you, for God's sakes, you know? This book is going to Walter, so you got to come on the show at least once in your life. Hell, man, you mailed me the vodka prop with, you know, the most amazing signature of all time, Mr. Aykroyd, the myth, the man, the fucking genius, you know? I'll come on when the Angels win the pennant. Don't even go there. You're coming on my show, buddy. Come on. Come on. Hey, would you come on my birthday stream? I'm going to turn 42 this year. Either come on my Christmas stream or come on my birthday stream. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. All right, let's review Solvent Green, starring Charlton Heston. Great actor. Great actor. But you know what? I'll be honest. Dave, have you ever seen Charlton Heston in Wayne's World 2? I love his cameo. Gordon Street. Ah, yes. Gordon Street. I once knew a girl that lived on Gordon Street. We used to date long time ago when I was a young man. Not a day passes when I think of her. That beautiful girl on that perfect day on Gordon Street. That is one of my favorite things he's ever done. Wayne's World 2, he just like kicks the old actor out. And I may listen to it before we end the stream, but yeah. Yeah, Dave, if you haven't seen that, you're missing out. You have to check it out. Oh my God. Walter says, for sure, I'll be on the birthday stream. Well, thanks, buddy. I'll definitely send you a link. Hell yeah. Logan's Run has a TV series. Does it really? I love Logan's Run. I'm going to watch that trailer before I end the stream. Because I didn't know that. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Soylent Green. I'm going to give it it's a good dystopian film. It's a good end of the world type of thing. Again, these movies are great to watch. And Visions, I've told you this 100 times. Is Mad Max a good movie? Yes. Would Fierce ever want to live in this futuristic world? Hell no. They're running around fighting for oil and water. They're wearing leather in the desert, which makes no fucking sense because leather, especially black leather, gets hot in the fucking sun. So, like, they're dying, you know. And then in Soylent Green, it takes place in the future of 2022 in New York City. And it's overpopulated. Like, people are literally walking over people. Like, there's a scene where Charlton Heston's going to work, and there's people trying to go to sleep on the stairs. And he's stepping on people as he's walking down the stairs. And I was like, again, very cool movie to watch. But would Fierce ever want to be in this future? Hell no. But that's why I like sci-fi movies. I like how badly they get the future wrong. And thank God sometimes, because I was like, well, nobody wants to live in the Mad Max future, but it's fun to watch on, on a movie. So hell yeah. Same thing with Soylent Green. Their future is fucking terrible. So I'm gonna give it. I definitely like Mad Max more, and I like Charlton Heston's performance more in Planet of the Apes. Um, he still had a good performance in this, but so far, Planet of the Apes is my favorite performance of Charlton Heston. He did a bang-up job. He was right there. He was right there, always on the money. Perfect. He knew his lines. Great actor. Like, kicking the apes' ass, going fucking nuts. End of the world shit. He was like, yeah, come on, kill me. Come on, kill me now. And, like, he's fighting them and shit, And then at the end, they find out, the Statue of Liberty. He's like, no! Like the surprise ending and shit. Hopefully I didn't ruin it for anyone. My bad. So I like Soylent Green, but I think Planet of the Apes was a little bit better. But anyway, I'm going to give Soylent Green. It was still a good watch. I still enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. 9.2. This pen's almost had. I may have to get a new one. 9.2 out of 10. Lots of action. A lot of people die in it. He kills a lot of people. He gets killed. I don't want to tell you how he gets killed because it'll ruin the film, but yeah. So lots of kills on both sides. Lots of action. Perfect sci-fi. And they made it in I think both of these movies were made in the 70s. Late 70s, but 70s. So yeah. Made in the 70s. And I've been watching a lot of 70s and 80s movies lately. Because Beneath Planet of the Apes, that was 1979, 78, something like that. And then the first Planet of the Apes is 1972, 73, some shit like that. Let's see here. Made in the 70s, lots of action, lots of kills on both sides. Both sides. Great sci-fi film. Great sci-fi film. My first favorite scene. Let's see here. My first favorite scene. Let's see here. Probably when he finds out that some rich guy died, and he's doing his detective work, and then the butler says, well, if you don't take this food, then it's going to go to waste, because food in this future is kind of a shortage. There's some normal food left, and then there's these little packets of like green, these little green squares that people eat, and then there's an orange square that people eat. There's a yellow square, and the most popular one is Soylent Green. That's what they call it. It's this little green square. But this guy that dies is so rich, and Charlton Heston plays a futuristic detective cop. The butler's like, well, if you don't take this food, then it's going to go to waste. So he gathers up all the food, and then he has a roommate that lives with him in this apartment. So he comes home, and the guy's like, is that what I think it is? And he's like, yeah, real vegetables. And then his roommate is an old guy, and he goes, I haven't eaten celery and tomato in years and years. And then they make some homemade chili, and Charlton Heston's character's like, I've never even had chili. I don't even know what it is. And the guy's like, oh, you're in for a treat. So him trying all this new food is like probably my second favorite scene. So eating the chili and new foods to him is my second favorite scene. My first favorite scene is probably the shootout at the end. The shootout, it's an all-out war. It's like his character versus all these other bad guys. They're shooting him. He shoot him. He gets shot in the leg. It's going fucking nuts. you know. So probably the shootout towards the end. So shootout scene. And then, Dave, you hit it right on the money. I don't want to give away the ending, but if I had to pick a third scene, the surprise ending, and it's a big surprise. Because I had never seen it. I've seen bits of Soylent Green, but this is the first time I sat through and watched all of it, you know. So I'm going to write down, if I had to pick a third scene, that's my favorite, definitely the surprise ending, because it's big. And he's actually disgusted when he finds out. He's like, wait a minute. I found that out? And it blows his fucking mind. He's like, wait. So you're telling me this is happening right now and nobody in the city knows about it? And they're like, yeah, that's right. And you're not going to tell anybody. And he goes, oh no, fuck you. I'm going to tell everybody. He goes, everybody needs to know about this. And towards the end of the film, he's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's telling his friend, you got to tell everybody. You got to tell everybody. Everyone has to know the truth. You got to tell them. And then it ends with his hand like waving in the air saying like, hey, you got to tell everybody. So yeah. So that's, I'm going to put the third one because that is a good scene. So surprise ending. Wayne's World Party Time. Okay, so you have seen it, Dave. But yeah, that's in part 2. Gordon Street. Oh yes, Gordon Street. And he's totally acting. He's acting the shit out of it. And it's hilarious. Charlton Heston's cameo in that. I wonder how much they paid Charlton Heston to do that little cameo, because he hit it right on the money. And I didn't know he was funny, because in all of his other work, he plays it, you know, he's a straight man. He plays it real seriously. I think that was the first time in his career that he actually did, like, funny stuff. Because even in Planet of the Apes, it's a funny concept, but he plays it straight. Like a real astronaut, like, oh my god, there's these apes that are 6 foot tall and they're talking and oh shit. But he never makes a joke. It's just like, oh my god, like, why the hell was all these apes running around? Oh fuck, you know, like shit like that. So it was kind of cool, Dave, to see him like do some humor. And I was like, oh shit, he's actually funny. I'm like, all right, right on. All right, so I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. It was good. I do recommend it. It was good. It was definitely good. All right, the Omega Man. Finally, I found it. I finally got to sit down and watch this movie. Oh man, the Omega Man. And I'll be honest, I liked the Omega Man a little bit more than Soylent Green. Because it's a different concept. It's a different futuristic world. In Soylent Green, it's the far future. In the Omega Man, it's the a disaster happens, and it's the not too distant future. Like, the Omega Man will probably happen in like 50 years. Soylent Green takes place, they shot it in the 70s, and it takes place in the way far off future of 2022 and shit. So that's the way future. But the Omega Man's like the not too distant future. So the Omega Man, I'm going to give it a 9.8. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. So 9.8 out of 10. There's a lot of killing in the Omega Man, too. So, best kill. There's normal humans in the Omega Man, and then there's these like sub-creatures that are all gray, and they have all these like cuts on them. So like they've got gray flesh, and they've got these red little slits on them, and blood is like coming out of them or some shit. And it's because of this disease. And Charlton Heston's character was trying to come up with a cure. The Russians had created biochemical warfare disease to like win World War III, and it goes awry. And so he's trying to come up with a cure, and the cure goes terribly wrong, and ends up killing almost everybody in the United States. And he lives in L.A., downtown L.A. And the Omega Man inspired Will Smith's movie I Am Legend. It's almost It's not shot for shot, but it's almost shot for shot. I Am Legend to the Omega Man. They're very similar. They changed a few things around in I Am Legend, but when I watched I Am Legend, Will Smith said I was very, 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 very inspired by Charlton Heston's The Omega Man, and we changed a few things up, and yeah, so it's very similar. Very, 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 very similar. So best kill, there's this like subhuman, and they wear these black robes. So they've got white eyes, white hair, gray flesh, with these little red slits of blood coming out, and they wear this black robe, and the guy's climbing up Charlton Heston's like compound, like apartment that he lives in, and he shoots him like 5 times in the chest, and the guy's all like, oh, and like falls off, and he falls to his death. That's the best kill. So the guy climbs up, and he's like on the 3rd floor. Charlton Heston opens up the window, bam, 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 like right across his chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoots him like 5 times in the chest. The guy goes flying out the window, falls to his death. So it's a pretty good death. So 5 times in the chest death. My favorite scene is when he finally finds a woman, and he goes on his first date, and he goes, I haven't been on a date like in 20 years, because his future has been going on for a while. Like, there hasn't been any people, and he's been quite alone for quite a long time, and he's like, I don't even remember how to do a date. And then he ends up getting lucky and having sex with a lady. She's like, oh, it's like riding a bike, and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, well, it's been a long time since I've rode that bike. I don't even know, how this works, but we'll give it a go. And then he goes on a date with her and all that, and turns out to be good. So, first date in like 20 years. That's my favorite scene because it's kind of funny. And then my second favorite scene is because there's no one, he plays chess alone by himself. So he's sitting at this desk, and there's this bust of like Caesar sitting in a chair, and he talks to this bust all day. And he's like, oh, my move? And then he plays chess, and then he gets up and sits in the other chair, and he makes the move for Caesar, sits back down, and he goes, oh, it's my move. Okay, cool. So he plays chess with himself. That scene was pretty funny too. So plays chess with himself. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Let's see, lots of action. Very cool sci-fi film. Lots of sci-fi. Very cool sci-fi. The motorcycle scene is pretty awesome too. So, cool motorcycle scene. That's another good one. I do recommend it. So good stuff. Sometimes they do it for fun. Seen that as well. Sometimes they do it for fun. I haven't seen that one. But anyway, check all 3 of these out. But out of all these 3, the Omega Man would be first, then Logan's Run, and then Soylent Green. They're all good. Just I liked these 2 more than this one. But this one, I'm not narking this one. This one's good. It's still good. It's just I like these 2 more, but definitely check all 3 of these out. It's fucking good, man. Really good. Anyway. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, shit. Well, next, it's my mom's birthday today, so I want to give one of the topics is giving my mom a personal shout out. So, Everybody throw my mom some birthday wishes in the chat. My mom turned 71, so Mom, your baby boy loves you. You're the best. You're fantastic. You're going nuts. Mom, you're the best. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're talented. You're one of a kind, Mom. By the way, she loved my gift. I got my mom 2 boxes of chocolates. I got her some gardening tools. I gave her one of those stickers visions of my face. She loved that. Let's see, the gardening tools. I got her some gardening gloves, a gardening hat, 2 boxes of chocolates, the sticker. I got her a new teapot with a new, like a saucer with a teacup because she loves that stuff. And then I got her, and then I got her the pillow. But the pillow hasn't came in yet. So I said, hey, Mom, this'll tide you over. I said, Mom, this'll tide you over. And I said, I didn't want to tell her too much, Visions, because you gave me the idea. I said, Mom, I have to pre-order this. I said, it's going to take them 5 or 6 days. So she should get that either by this Friday or next Monday. So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know how. I think she's gonna love the pillow the most because I picked out a really cool photo to put on the pillow. So yeah, it's a picture of my mom and my dad together, and my mom and dad, they're doing their first selfie, and my dad looked really good in the photo because his cancer at that time was in remission. So he thought he had beat it. His cancer was in remission for 10 and a half years, and then it came back with a thunder, unfortunately. So I know my mom's going to love. I mean, she likes the whole gift because she called me about 2 hours before the stream, and she's like, oh, John, thank you so much for the gift. I love it. I said, did you like everything? And she was like, oh, I love it. I love the gift. And I was like, good. I said, I'm glad. I said, guess what, Mom? I said, there's more coming. And then she's like, oh, the other gift? And I said, yeah. I said, that's the best gift, though. I said, this gift that I sent you, I said, this gift's just to tide you over. I said, there's something even better coming in the mail very, very soon. And she's like, all right. She's like, well, I'll give you a call whenever it comes in the mail. I said, keep looking out for it. I said, it's either going to be this Friday, Mom, or next Monday. I said, it'll be there. Don't you worry. So, yeah. So she loved it. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I care about you. You're the best. I'm going to give my mom a big thumbs up. Hell yeah. Bukagi says, well, happy birthday. Fears Mom. Hell yeah. Alex says happy birthday. Vision says, well, happy birthday, Helen. Thanks, buddy. The original was based on the book I Am Legend. Yeah, but they also took some stuff out of the Omega Man though. So yeah. Anyway, oh man, I think I'm gonna end with the top 10 list because I haven't had dinner, and I'm gonna get some dinner and I'm gonna have a little nap. And I'm going to do a little editing, and then I'm going to mosey on off to work. My vacation can't get here quicker. I want it now. But thank you. I'll tell my mom that all you guys gave her some good birthday wishes. All right. So I'm going to end with the top 10 birthday gifts that me and my family have ever gave my mom. So top 10 birthday gifts given to my mom from family and friends. Let's see here. Number 1, I got to start with my dad. My dad gave my mom some beautiful diamond earrings. So diamond earrings. Way to go, Dad, you old smoothie, you. Diamond earrings. My dad bought my mom a plane ticket to England a couple of times. So tickets to England. And then I bought my mom. She has all these collectibles from what are they called? They're big British teapots, but like they're in the shape of a famous person's like face. So, Mom, if you watch this, you know what I'm talking about. I can't remember what they're called, but I bought my mom 5 or 6 of those special teapots over the years. So, celebrity teapots, because it's always a famous person's face on the teapot. She collects a lot of them. So, celebrity teapots. I just can't remember what the official name for them is. And then I actually made my mom a birthday gift. I carved, when I was in Boy Scouts camp, I took a piece of wood and I carved to Mom, Love, John, out of a piece of wood, and I whittled it. So the piece of wood gift, I guess is what I'm going to call it, piece of wood. And then my brother bought my mom the inside of her car. The inside of her car, like the whatever the vinyl or whatever that crap is on coming off, and my brother paid to get all my mom's seats in her car refurbished, redone. So yeah, so fixing my mom's car. So fixing my mom's car. My brother did that. Celebrity teapots are way cooler than dumb Funko Pops. I agree. I don't know what they're called, Bukegi, but my mom loves collecting them. And then, let's see, what else? What else have we got my mom? Oh, my dad bought my mom a new car. So, new car. What else? I bought my mom a new coat one year. So, new coat. I'm trying to remember all the birthdays. There's a lot. There's been a lot. I helped my grandma bake a cake for my mom one year. So, made a birthday cake for my mom. I try to get creative with my gifts. Made birthday cake. Let's see. What else? Oh, I bought my mom a plane ticket to come out here. Whenever my dad was still alive, so that was around my birthday. So that was one of her birthdays. So bought a ticket for her to come visit. And then the 10th one, whenever my dad was in China, I don't remember what my dad bought my mom for her birthday, but he bought some type of gift in China when my dad was in China. So, bought a gift from China. All right. There we are. That about sums it up for today, my friends. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to get something to eat. Do a little bit of editing, and then I'm going to mosey on off to sleep, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'm fucking tired. Oh, shit. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah. Sleep time, movie time. That's right. And you know what, Dave? Visions knows. Sometimes I sleep. I'll watch like half the movie, and then all of a sudden that couch is so comfy, Dave. So I'll be watching the movie, and I'm like, yep. Yeah, Leatherface. You chase that fucking chick. And she dives through the window and runs and gets on the fucking truck, and then I'll just fall asleep. I don't mean to fall asleep, but that couch is so comfy. So sometimes I don't even make it to my bed. Sometimes I sleep on the couch. Usually I make it to my bed, but sometimes when I'm watching a movie, I fall asleep on the couch until... I always set my alarm, though, so I'm never late to work. So even if I do fall asleep, my alarm will wake me up before I have to go to work. So, yeah. Anyway. Lantern says, welcome back, Fears, from the bathroom. Lantern, what the hell are you talking about? I went to the bathroom ages ago. That was like way in the past, Lantern. Hilarious. I haven't been to the bathroom in ages, Lantern. Fears will be right back after these commercials. Lantern, you're fucking hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man. Wow, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all my mom's birthday wishes. I will see you guys back here tomorrow with more movie talk, more hangout, more going nuts, more going ballistic. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Dave Phillips on YouTube. He's new to the community. Give him a sub. Like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Mr. Lantern on YouTube. He does his shows every Thursday night and every Friday night. Subscribe to Bukaki on YouTube. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. And the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow Randall, Lord Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. And last, but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, Fears, Lord Fears, FearsMan26 on the old YouTube. And then follow Fears Vlogs on YouTube. Walter says, unsubscribe to everyone. You son of a bitch, you, Walter. Don't do that. Subscribe. Subscribe to me. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Give me a like. Give me a sub. Give me a comment. All right. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys later.